Hello, myself Durga Prasad Misra, consultant occupational therapist. I am glad you are watching this video. In this video, we are going to discuss about reflexes. A reflex is an involuntary or automatic actions that your body does in response to some stimulus without even having to know or think about it. This is helpful for protection and for our survival. These are stereotyped, that means repetitive, means same actions observed every time, but this is limited to certain purpose. In fact, we do most of our works by thinking about it before doing. For example, if I want to take an object, then my hand will reach and take the object, and if I want to put it back, then my hand going to be released. This is a complete voluntary act which requires complex skills, but think about infant and kids where these complex skills are absent due to immature nervous systems and also other systems. Neonates before birth survived and protected inside mother's wombs, but after birth, what about this? Here comes reflexes in neonates and infants. It is called primitive reflex, by means of which they function, which helps them to survive, protect them. Besides, add foundation to future motor skills and other regulatory functions like cognition, behavior, immunity, emotions, etc. Thus, it is important to discuss about primitive reflex, its age range, adaptive value, and many more. Come to primitive reflexes. Primitive reflexes are reflex actions in the form of an adequate and specific motor, postural, glandular, pupillary, and tympanic membrane reactions originating in the central nervous systems that are exhibited by normal infant, not by neurologically intact adults, in response to adequate and specific stimulus, which can be tactile, auditory, vestibular, proprioceptive, or olfactory. These reflexes are suppressed by the development of frontal lobes as the child transitions normally into child development. These primitive reflexes are also called infant or newborn reflexes. Older children and adults with atypical neurology, people with cerebral palsy may retain these reflexes, and primitive reflexes may reappear in adults. Reappearance may be attributed to certain neurological conditions, including dementia, rare set of disease called frontotemporal degenerations, traumatic lesions, and rare set of disease called frontotemporal degenerations. And individuals with cerebral palsy and typical intelligence can learn to suppress these reflexes, but the reflex might resurface under certain conditions. Reflexes may also be limited to those areas affected by atypical neurology. That means individual with cerebral palsy that only affect their legs retaining the Babinski reflex but having normal speech. For those individuals with hemiplegia, the reflex may be seen in the foot on the affected side only. Primitive reflexes are primarily tested with suspected brain injury and some dementia such as Parkinson's disease for the purpose of assessing frontal lobe functions. If they are not being suppressed properly, they are called frontal release sign. Atypical primitive reflex are also being researched as potential early signs of autism spectrum disorder, behavioral issues like bedwetting, toe walking, impulsivity, hyperactivity, delayed milestones, etc. Primitive reflexes are mediated by extrapyramidal functions, many of which are already present at birth. They are lost as pyramidal system starts functionality with progressive myelinations. They may reappear in adults or children with loss of functions of the pyramidal systems due to variety of reasons. Adaptive value of the reflexes. Reflexes vary in utility. Some reflexes hold a survival value, that means rooting reflex, which helps a breastfeed infant find the mother's nipple. Babies display the rooting reflex only when they are hungry and touched by another person, not when they touch themselves. There are a few reflexes that likely assisted in the survival of babies during human evolutionary past, like Murray reflex. Other reflexes such as sucking, grabbing helps establish gratifying interactions between parents and infants. They can encourage the parents to respond with love and affections and to feed their child more competently. In addition, it helps the parents to comfort their infant while allowing the baby to control distress and the amount of stimulation they receive. Thus, reflexes are much important to assess, and if present, Efforts should be made to integrate it by different set of exercises and protocols. In subsequent video, we will discuss about how to know, that means the assessment procedure of the persistent of reflexes and methods to integrate it for growth, maturation and overall well-being. To know more, please subscribe, share to this channel. Thanks for watching.